What does it mean to be free? Well, 77 years ago, for our founding fathers, that question was a lot simpler to answer. They had a grand and clear mission: freedom for an entire nation. Freedom from subjugation by colonizers, and the freedom to forge our own path forward. But before they set out to free an entire nation, they had to free themselves from ignorance, short-sightedness, and a limited worldview. Luckily for them, that access, that privilege to the education was available to them. But 77 years removed from that fight, for our own countrymen, that privilege feels an ocean away.
This is West Papua, 100,000 square kilometers of pristine natural beauty, a region with one of the richest marine biodiversity in the world, a landscape that ranges from clear blue seas to misty mountain peaks, and a province that is home to the hidden gem that is the Raja Ampat Islands. But beneath its touristy gleam, the province is suffering from a real problem: access to quality education. While the Republic of Indonesia was born 77 years ago, Papua came under the red and white much later, in 1962, in a decision that its people made wholeheartedly and without hesitation. But coming into the fold 17 years behind came with its own drawbacks. Currently, West Papua ranks 6th in the country in terms of high school graduates. And even among those that graduate, continuing their education to university is a dream only achievable to a fraction of the population. Ask any of the local school children, and they'll all tell the same story: an absence of quality educators. It is not uncommon for elementary and middle school children to arrive to class with no teacher in sight. While these children eventually do graduate, they do so without any of the proper skills, sometimes without even any basic literacy. But thankfully, there are those who seek to make a change for the better.
Halo, perkenalkan nama saya Yulianti Konjol. Saya tinggal di Teminabuan, Sorong Selatan, Papua Barat. Saya bersama teman-teman hebat yang lain di GSJ Sekina Teminabuan, kami yang menginisiasi Rumah Belajar Cendrawasih. 1, 2, 3, 4, tangan taruh di pinggang, badan bergoyang-goyang. Awas, awas, jangan salah. Mari kita melompat-lompat. Ya, Rumah Belajar Cendrawasih ini adalah tempat belajar untuk anak-anak di sekitar Sayolo, ini namanya Sayolo. Banyak anak-anak di sini yang belum bersekolah dan juga ada yang sudah bersekolah namun belum bisa membaca menulis.
Yuli runs Rumah Belajar Cendrawasih, along with fellow volunteers Monik, Mega, and Eva, who are students in high school and university. Rumah Belajar Cendrawasih does not have an actual classroom, so Yuli has to use a local villager's backyard. Yuli and the other volunteers teach up to 70 kids in the community, free of charge for at least once a week. In addition to providing lessons, Yuli also gives away second-hand clothes, which were donated to the community.
Kalau di sekitar di tempat belajar kami, lumayan banyak anak-anak yang memang tidak bersekolah. Dan mengapa sampai seperti itu? Ya kemungkinan orang tua mereka yang memang tidak mampu seperti itu.
Oke, ini huruf apa?
Kebanyakan mereka nelayan, mereka mencari kepiting, mereka bekerja apa adanya, serabutan, ada yang berjualan sapu, seperti itu. Dan kebanyakan juga kan di sekitar sini mereka tinggalnya di kampung, di distrik-distrik yang jauh dari Teminabuan. Jadi kemungkinan kalau mereka ikut orang tuanya ke sini, akhirnya dengan berbulan-bulan mereka tidak bersekolah, seperti itu.
Terima kasih Takwe.
Oke, bilang ini anggur. Bilang.
Yes, tepuk hebat buat Gema.
Seperti taman baca ini, kami buka awalnya mereka bingung, ini apa, kegiatan apa. Sampai pernah ada yang berkelahi ya, anak-anak di sekitar mereka berkelahi dan kami melerai. Terus tidak tahu mereka sampaikan apa kepada orang tua mereka dan orang tua datang. Orang tua mereka datang berkelahi bawa parang, iya beberapa bulan yang lalu. Dan kita jelaskan kita di sini, ini adalah kegiatan belajar mengajar. Banyak anak-anak, bapak-bapak dong anak ini banyak yang belum tahu huruf. Dong su sekolah dong tidak tahu huruf. Kamu belajar su sekolah tapi masih belum bisa membaca. Nah dengan adanya rumah belajar ini, kita mau bantu dorang. Terus selain belajar, ini ada buku-buku bacaan yang tong datang ini, itu untuk kembali menumbuhkan minat baca anak-anak. Tong anak-anak Papua harus maju. Dengan membaca, dengan bawa buku setiap saat itu membantu mereka untuk kembali mencintai buku.
BIBRURU. Jadi baca dari depan.
For Yuli, teaching is a way for her to give back to her community and a way for her to ensure the children of Papua receive their rights to an education.
Oh, yang yoyo. Siapa yang tahu main yoyo di sini? Saya. Cara mainnya bagaimana?
Begini, ada di bagian situ juga dewa. Coba cari dewa.
Ading.
Iya, itu deh. Deh kecil.
Mengapa saya menjadi seorang pengajar? Cuma ini yang bisa saya lakukan ya. Untuk pertama, untuk anak-anak Papua, saya tidak mau melihat mereka tertinggal. Pertama juga mereka itu punya hak yang sama. Mereka punya hak yang sama untuk belajar, mendapatkan pendidikan yang layak, sama seperti anak-anak yang di luar Papua, seperti itu. Dan dengan menjadi pengajar, kiranya bisa membantu anak-anak Papua yang ada di Teminabuan.
Ini siapa yang tahu ini apa? Siapa sudah makan donat?
Crossing the sea to West Papua's most iconic region, the diverse paradise of Raja Ampat, we find a little school nestled in a mangrove forest in a small village on the remote island of Gam. A school that serves as a testament to how much these children can achieve when they're given a chance to dream.
My name is Maya Puspa Dewi. I am the Indonesian Director of Child Papua Foundation, or the Director of Yayasan Cahaya Anak Papua.
Maya, formerly an international relations graduate from Bandung, has spent the past 7 years building and running Child Aid Papua for the kids here in the village of Sawingrai Raja Ampat, alongside her fellow educators and volunteers. The school and the foundation were established in 2018 by Maya, along with fellow volunteer, Swiss native, and now husband, Jonas Müller. For Maya, teaching has been her passion since finishing her bachelor's degree, but she was unsatisfied with the rigid curriculum of public schools.
I was trying to have a teaching experience as well back then at like a senior high school. It's of course the public school, and then yeah, I mean I didn't enjoy it at all because I have to follow like this curriculum, these methods. If I did something by myself that is not accepted in this curriculum, that people will judge me or whatever like that. So I feel like the children themselves didn't really enjoy the experience with like teaching for like textbook, and then you just explain and then they have to answer these questions, final exam, and that's it. Yeah, no, it's not even like having fun at school, and I didn't see like the point of going to school if the children themselves didn't have fun.
Good morning.
My mother's name is Hendrika. My father's name is Ferdinand.
That's good. And you have brothers and sisters?
Yes.
How many?
I have the third child. I have three brothers. My brother's name is Bobby, Melando, and Alf.
That's good.
That's it. Thank you.
In this volunteering project based in Raja Ampat, it is in a conservation NGO. They are asking me to be an English teacher for the kids around Raja Ampat in district Meos Mansar. And then I came here, and then I feel like, yeah, I really enjoy it because like the teaching itself, I can express myself freely, and then like to be able to share my happiness with the children, and then like to see their happiness, what like they're just like being themselves, the children. It's just like what makes me really feel like, okay, this is my world. Like I found what I want to do in life, and I will just stay here and then just to spend my life with them, and then just being with them together, develop Raja Ampat in general.
Maya and Jonas started a foundation to address the issues surrounding the tourism sector in Raja Ampat, in which many of Raja Ampat natives were unable to find work in their own backyard due to a lack of basic skills, such as English comprehension.
Kalian tahu tadi, you know that we have the family consists of father, mother.
We were teaching together back then in that NGO for the children, and we feel like, okay, we need to start doing something properly because actually, based on our experience, this volunteering project is great for the volunteers themselves, but not for the children. I mean, you keep changing the people, you keep changing what you teach them, etc. And then it feels like, well, we should do something properly in order to be able to make it sustainable, because this is what Raja Ampat really needs, sustainability, let's say in education and also in tourism, because also that NGO works in tourism sector, and then we feel like, okay, we go around the resorts, liveaboards, and then we see like nobody comes from Raja Ampat, the locals, the ones who work in diving industry, the one who works in hospitality, everyone comes from outside Raja Ampat, and we feel like the urge to see like these children guarding their own backyard with their own mind and education, and then develop them to be someone that really have a role in their own area.
Currently, the school has 3 classrooms, a small library, as well as 3 full-time teachers teaching English, mathematics, social and natural sciences, and even IT, all free of charge. But what seems like a golden opportunity for any parent in a major city, the parents here initially needed some more convincing. Child Aid Papua, while under the Ministry of Education, is classified as a community learning center and thus is only able to issue non-formal equivalency diplomas.
So they still think these formal certificates is really an important one. So that's why like some of the parents didn't trust us or didn't trust the school to, for like their children to go to school here because of that, because they still think like this kind of like this job such as the uniform job like this teacher, nurse, or like doctor, soldier, police is kind of like a really top 5 jobs in the world. And then with like the certificate, they think like it will not allow their kids to go to this kind of like path. But then luckily with like with like talking and then also like this personal approach to the parents, we finally can like have some supportive parents, because now we have like 15 junior high school students and 2 senior high school students, and then also the 16 more for like primary school, which they go for English course and environmental class. So like all these parents apparently like around this area support like their children to go to our school.
During our visit, we saw the primary school children attending an English class,
My mother name is Lois.
as well as a class on IT, where the children studied using laptops provided by the school.
Eddie, can you let me know about your presentation a bit?
The 2 senior high school students, Eddie and Melando, were busy working on a presentation, a project that they worked on together as a way to practice their English.
And then the next one is about economic sector of tourism really giving a lot.
Being the 2 most senior students, Eddie and Melando both take part in helping the school educate their juniors, such as in village cleanup activities or during physical exercise classes. For Eddie and Melando, child aid fills the gap that their previous schools were unable to provide.
I want to introduce myself. My name is Erickson Melano Mambrasar. I was born in 27 of May 2005. So my name is Eddie and I live in here in Sangrai, and I was go for study with Child Papua since 2 years ago when I was start my senior high school in Child Papua. Saya waktu keluar SMP, saya di sini sewaktu masuk SMK saja saya tidak tahu kali-kali waktu matematika dasar waktu keluar SMP karena waktu SMP saya sekolah cuman kadang ke sekolah ada guru tapi tidak masuk dan kelas cuma kosong saja. Kadang juga biasa mungkin ada acara di tempat ramai, guru juga tidak masuk karena guru ke acara. Kadang begitu juga, jadi biasa jam kebanyakan kosong. Tidak ada guru yang masuk.
Kalau di sini selalu ada guru?
Ya, sampai mau badai pun tetap ada guru. Kalau SD SMP gurunya datang tergantung cuaca, terus datang tidaknya juga seenaknya saja begitu guru-gurunya. Kalau di sini tidak, karena yang saya rasa kalau di sini karena profesinya sebagai guru setiap pagi harus datang, dan di sini kalau kita libur hanya tanggal merah atau ada hari-hari raya, selain itu tidak ada tanggal merah. Jadi mau cuaca mau buruk atau baik, seburuk apapun cuaca, kita tetap sekolah.
Jadi saya bisa kan, tetap bisa kan?
Eddie and Melando both wish to use the skills and knowledge that they receive from the school to open up local businesses in the tourism industry that will employ the people in their village. Melando wishes to set up his own restaurant, while Eddie wants to be a diving instructor and have his own dive center.
Saya ingin di Raja Ampat akan membuka pekerjaan baru untuk guru-guru biar bisa masuk, biar setiap hari tidak ada jam kosong, biar murid-murid yang masuk sekolah tidak sekolah cuma ke sekolah terus, tidak ada guru, nanti pulang tidak tahu apa yang mereka dapat. Jadi saya mau bisa yang begitu-begitu tidak diperbolehkan, biar murid-murid yang masuk sekolah bisa mendapat apa yang mereka dapat dari guru-guru dan mereka bisa mencapai cita-cita mereka.
Oh iya, jadi tidak perlu berurutan.
Saya harap bisa adik-adik yang di bawah saya bisa belajar lebih baik dari saya karena mereka punya kesempatan yang lebih dari saya. Karena saya ambil contoh dari sekarang, saya hanya mulai belajar di Yayasan Celi Papua. Saya hanya mulai dari kelas 1 SMK. Tapi mereka dari SD, SMP sudah mulai belajar dengan Celi Papua. Jadi dengan hal itu saya harap mereka bisa bekerja sama dan membangun kampung Sangrai dengan lebih baik.
Eddie and Melando represent a brighter future for the children of Sawingrai. With the help of passionate educators like Maya and the teachers of child aid, kids like Eddie and Melando are given a chance to develop themselves further than those that came before them. But even so, children in places like Sawingrai and Taminabuhan very rarely continue their education beyond high school. And a majority of those who do may not even finish their education due to a mixture of a lack of funding and culture shock. Developing West Papua's education will be something that requires a lot of work, an almost Herculean effort that calls not only for the government to take action, but also West Papua's own people to make a difference. On the next part of our journey, we'll meet someone who is a true outlier, a Raja Ampat native who managed to find academic success in university and chose to use his knowledge to return to his hometown and make it a better place.